Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Coleman. I'm the Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2016 Senior Celebration. We do have a few pieces of good news. One, it's a beautiful winter day here in the Twin Cities. Two, we have our Senior Celebration, and for those of you who haven't been able to check your smartphone, the Vikings did win 25-16. I know, I could tell some of you are disappointed, but you know. Before we begin, I do want to acknowledge the Phil Hay Trio, who are led by U of M School of Music faculty member Phil Hay on drums, Emmy Award-winning composer Phil Aaron on the keyboard, and Top Call Twin Cities musician Jim Chenoweth on bass. In addition to teaching and composing, they can be seen performing at jazz clubs and music venues throughout the Twin Cities and the Upper Midwest. Please join me in thanking them. On behalf of the College of Liberal Arts, I want to congratulate our graduates and your families. Because graduates, as you well know, you did not get this far on your own. Your friends and families have played an important part in getting you here today. They've provided patience, understanding, support, maybe some prodding where prodding was needed. And that was from those nervous first days on campus to the exam jitters to today. So graduates, please join me in thanking your friends and family. Let's also take a moment to acknowledge your faculty, advisors, and staff. They have encouraged you to grow academically, helped you develop new interests, mentored you, and created an environment that has helped you thrive. Perhaps they introduced you to a career path you hadn't considered, or gave you your first shot at academic research. They've taught you bodies of knowledge, conceptual and analytical tools, and methods of inquiry and discovery. And they've dedicated themselves to ensuring that you are well prepared to live thoughtful, productive, and rewarding lives. Let's give them a round of applause. Today is a momentous day in our graduates' lives. It is the day you mark a new phase in your life. It is a day of celebration. And as the Dean of a liberal arts college, I am understandably rather biased on this issue, but I believe no model of education speaks better or more directly to the challenges and opportunities of our time and the future, and has you more ready for the next stage of your life than does a liberal arts education. You are not just ready to go out into the real world, though you are that. Your education here at CLA has prepared you uniquely to become transformative leaders. Now, I could go into the long list of values and virtues of the education you've received here. None of you want to hear me go into that long list of values and virtues, so I won't do that. Let me just highlight two areas that you may not have thought about as much in terms of what your college education in the liberal arts has brought you. These are values, skills that are important all the way from your personal interactions on a daily basis, one-on-one, whether with a family member, spouse, or a friend, to your position as part of an organization, and to your participation as a member of our civic life. And these are the practice of empathy and the ability to create community. Empathy is a value, but it is also a skill to be learned. And it is not a nice-to-have skill that's optional, but it is, I believe, a skill that is vital to have healthy relationships, organizations, and societies. This applies whether your worldview is liberal or conservative, libertarian or socialist, or something else altogether. All of us are strengthened and benefit by being able to see the world through other people's eyes. Fruitful conversation between individuals with different points of view is not possible if we're not all willing to be humble enough to look at the world through another person's eyes. And that is exactly what the liberal arts promote and precisely what you have learned. You've studied history and literature to understand the modes of thinking of people facing a huge array of challenging situations, from everyday life to the leadership of nations. You've created and studied art that focuses our attention on a question or a perspective, or a question from the perspective of the artist. You have analyzed the motivations of voters and consumers in order to understand their behavior, and you've imagined how life appears to those individuals who are facing economic or psychological challenges. Think about your coursework, and you may be surprised how much of what you've done in the liberal arts has been built around developing your ability to see the world through other people's eyes. You've been pushed out of your comfort zone by courses, fellow students, professors, and discussions that force you to consider other perspectives, other worldviews, and new modes of analysis. You've learned the importance of putting yourself in someone else's shoes, and that is the start of healthy dialogue. Once you've reached that point, or at least reached the point where you can agree to disagree, which is perfectly reasonable as well, you have started to build trust, and you've started ultimately to build community. And again, what you've learned here at CLA will help you redefine what is possible in building community. Through your coursework, you've examined how communities are defined, how they change, how they prosper, weaken, divide, and unite. You've looked at how institutions build and bolster communities or diminish and harm communities. You've studied how communities thrive, whether in the realm of education, health, raising families, civic engagement, migration, environmental issues, employment, or other areas altogether. And you've experienced what different communities look like and what they sound like. Most of you have had to learn another language. Many of you have studied, volunteered, or interned in other cities, states, and countries. You've learned from your classmates and professors who come from locations all around the globe. Through all of these studies and experiences, the liberal arts have taught you to act toward new knowledge with curiosity and an open mind, and to treat others with humility and respect, even when you strongly disagree, because you have, even without knowing it perhaps, developed that ability to practice empathy and to create community. Now, as I said, I could go on, but I've promised to keep things short. So I will end my remarks today by paraphrasing the words of a man of great wisdom, Conan O'Brien. A few years ago, more than a few now, on his last night as the host for The Tonight Show, a position that had been promised to him and that he was later fired from, he told his fans, "All I ask of you is one thing. Please don't be cynical. It doesn't lead anywhere. Nobody in life gets exactly what they thought they were going to get. But if you work really hard and you're kind, amazing things will happen." It's easy to become cynical, and that's true at any time. But I challenge you to go the other way. Be grateful to the wonderful people who are in your lives and who have shaped your life up to now and during your time at the university. Be grateful for the opportunity you've had here and the new opportunities that will arise. Work hard, and you will make discoveries that will advance today's and the future's industries and improve our communities. Be kind and bring to every space a new kind of leadership that is shared, collaborative, and inclusive, that crosses boundaries of culture and ethnicity, fields of knowledge, and political affinities. Be amazing. Write that next great chapter for us as a college, for the state, for the nation, and beyond. I am indeed genuinely excited for you and for the opportunities that lay ahead for you. We all can't wait to see what you do next. Once again, congratulations, graduates. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Khaled Alabdulghafour. Khaled, our student speaker for the day. Khaled transferred to CLA from Penn State and is graduating with an economics major and a management minor. During his time here at CLA, he has focused his studies on everything from the impact of colonization on differences and disparities in economic performance to the effects of democracy on economic growth. At the same time, he has volunteered his time with a variety of student groups, including Student Future, a US-based Kuwaiti student organization where he served as president. He represents the best attributes of a liberal arts student: curiosity, drive, and leadership. And we are very pleased to have him as today's student speaker. Please join me in welcoming Khaled.
On Tuesday, December 20th, 2011, I boarded my flight to the United States. During that long flight, I started to imagine how my journey would prevail. But standing on this stage as a commencement speaker wasn't anything I have imagined. It is my honor to be standing in front of all of you today. And let me take this opportunity on your behalf and start by thanking the people behind our success. First, I would like to thank my family, my parents, and yours, who I believe are an important asset in our success. Second, I would like to thank all of our friends, especially the ones that were there for us on a bad test, after a bad test, or with hot cocoa waiting after a cold Minnesotan day. Last but not least, I would like to thank all of you UFM, faculty and personnel. That includes our custodians, our officers, our staff, our advisors, our administration, and our professors. The ones who gave us A's and the ones who flunked us. Again, I'm Khaled Alabdulghafour, a student from Kuwait, and I moved to the US 5 years ago. In those 5 years, I have lived in 3 major cities and attended 3 Big Ten schools: Ohio State, Penn State, and UMN. But I'm more than happy to say that Minnesota is the only place I've called home. The University of Minnesota wasn't just a university we attended. It became our homes away from home, and the people we met here became our extended family. The U became a part of what identifies us, and I'm pretty sure and confident in saying that everyone here is UMN and proud. I'm on the stage today with hopes of leaving you with 2 important messages. Yes, we will be leaving today with our diplomas and a chunk of student loans. But let me state that this diploma is nothing but a piece of paper. A piece of paper that we earned after all the long nighters we pulled at Wilson Library, or after walking ankle high in a weather like this to attend that class that was never canceled. This piece of paper isn't a magic lamp. It won't get you wealthy, and it won't get you admitted to a grad school. But this diploma is merely a key that will open doors to a broad range of possibilities. And the only way to seize these possibilities would be by using what this diploma came with: knowledge, hard work, and perseverance. These are the important things that the U bestowed upon us, and these are worth far more than our diplomas. Secondly, 5 years ago, just as I was about to embark on my journey to the US, the Arab Spring struck, and revolutions that were started by students like ourselves started to change that part of the world. I'm here today to ask you, the class of 2016, to revolt. I'm not calling for a political revolution to overthrow governments, but a revolution to change from within, a revolution to change human behavior a revolution to change negative social norms. We all have witnessed xenophobia, Islamophobia, blackophobia spreading between us like the plague. We witnessed figures being elected because of fear. We witnessed minorities being bullied because of hate. And we witnessed students like ourselves being killed for what they believe. All these phobias need to be revolted against. Some might enjoy the scenery of a divided human race, but we, as Gophers, were taught differently. I don't care. And no one should ever care what your color is, what your religion is, or what gender you're classified as. We were taught that we are in this world not to exist, but to coexist. This is what the University of Minnesota taught me. This is what my parents taught me, and this is what my religion taught me. This revolution of loving thy neighbor, accepting thy stranger, is a hard-fought revolution. It's even harder than the revolution that requires guns and tanks. But with all the hardships that we went through in the University of Minnesota, I think that we can win this revolution. And I believe that the graduating class of winter 2016 will be able to start a new spring of acceptance, a new spring of tolerance, and a new spring of coexistence in 2017. And whenever you doubt that our revolution will be effective, just remember this quote by Margaret Mead when she said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever did." The journey we have been through as students in the University of Minnesota was filled with its challenges. But I won't stand on the stage today and lie by promising that the road ahead of us will be a bed full of roses. However, I am sure that the you, with the key that they bestowed it upon us, we are prepared to open new doors, go where there is no path, and leave a trail for our families, our countries, and humanity, creating a better future for you and me. Class of 2016, we did it.
Thank you very much, Khaled, for those heartfelt and inspirational and important words. We will now be treated to some additional music. This time, you will be hearing from 7 Days a Cappella. 7 Days is the University of Minnesota's premier co-ed a cappella group. It began as an opportunity for a diverse group of students to come together and bond over their love for music and performance. Today, 7 Days performs at concerts, high schools, meetings, and various events around the Twin Cities region. The group of 20 members performs original arrangements of popular hits, including pop, rock, and country. Please join me in welcoming 7 Days.
Put your empty hands in mine, and scars, show me all the scars you hide. And love, if your wings are broken, please take mine so yours can open too, 'cause I'm gonna stand by you. Oh, tears make kaleidoscopes in our eyes. Even if we're breaking down, we can find a way to break through. Even if we can't find heaven, I'll walk through hell with you. Love, you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna stand by you. Even if we can't find heaven, I'm gonna stand by you. Even if we can't find heaven, I'll walk through hell with you. Love, you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna stand by you.
Creak and the tombstones quake. Happy homes materialize
and begin to vocalize.
Green ghosts come out to socialize. I've got friends on the other side.
He's got friends on the other side. Mother knows best. Listen to your mother. It's a scary world out there. Mother knows best. One way or another, something will go wrong, I swear. Ruffians, thugs, poison ivy, quicksand, cannibals and snakes, and the plague. Yes, also large bugs and men with pointy teeth and stuff. No more, you'll just upset me. Mother's right here. Mother can protect you. Darling, here's what I suggest. Skip the drama, stay with Mama, Mother.
Beluga said from recompense of the Caspian Sea. La Renters Club scientist says Max laryngitis love bullshit to me. Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Gaston, looking so down in the dumps. Every guy here'd love to be you, Gaston, even when taking your lumps. There's no guy in town that's admired as you. You're everyone's favorite guy. Everyone's taught and inspired by you, and it's not very hard to see why. No one shoots like Gaston, makes those buttes like Gaston, then goes tromping around wearing boots like Gaston. And wears it all of my declaration.
Say it again.
Who's a man among men?
And then say it once more.
Who's the hero next door?
Who's a super success? Don't you know? Can't you guess? Ask his friends and his
My name is on.
There's just one guy in town who's got all of it down.
And his name is G-A-S-T. G-A-S-T-E? My, what a guy! Gaston! I know that your powers of attention are as wet as a warthog's backside. But thick as you are, pay attention. My words are a matter of pride. It's clear from your vacant expressions that the lights are not all on upstairs, but we're talking kings and successions. Even you won't be caught unaware. So prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared for the market be a scam. Meticulous planning, tenacity spanning, decades of denial is simply why I'll be king, undisputed, respected, saluted, and seen for the wonder I am. Yes, my teeth and ambitions are bared. Be prepared. Yes, our teeth and ambitions are bared. Be prepared.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. 7 days a cappella. And we're going to ask the group to stay here to help us with one last thing. I want to thank all of you for being here today, graduates. I hope if you're able, you will join us at commencement this spring to have your opportunity to walk across the stage at Mariucci. We are at the end of our program, and I can think of no better way to conclude it than with a song I think most of you know, but if you don't, the words are on the back of your program that's sitting on your tables. It's right next to the M on the back side. I'll ask you to stand right now and join us, if you're able, for this song. 7 days. Will you lead us, please?
Minnesota, hats off to thee.
Congratulations to our graduates. Thank you, everybody. Please stay for the party.